Hi writers! I hope everyone had a nice Christmas wherever you are, and despite whatever restrictions may or may not be in place, and that you're getting in some chill time before the new year. With it being the end of December, it's getting pretty cold in the UK here now, so I'm just gonna chill in my two-set violin hoodie. Today's topic video is gonna cover something that a lot of writers struggle with, and that is focus. So how do we get into the zone? Can it be trained like a muscle? The answer is yes. So I'm going to chat about my tips about improving your focus. Let's get started. So, focusing. This is something that's often difficult for writers, especially over long periods of time. But since I got onto a writing schedule, I found a great deal of value in building up my ability to truly focus or hyper-focus, but only over shorter windows. So my writing window is 2 hours long, and I honestly feel that I get more done in those 2 hours than I used to when I would have entire weekend days to write. The key to that came in working on my focus, and that had several benefits. My writing became cleaner. I could get more done in those 2 hours as time went by, and I honed my concentration more. And I think all of you are perfectly capable of doing this too. So here are a few tips that helped me. Number 1, remembering that distractions only work if you pay attention to them. Now, make your writing time exactly that, just writing time. People often blame social media or YouTube or a million other things from distracting them from writing. Obviously, sometimes distractions are unavoidable or harder to ignore. For instance, if you have young children to take care of or struggle with focus generally due to factors like ADHD, ADD, or conditions that bring chronic pain, etc., in which case you can only do your best. But distraction is often something that is blamed as a cause for a lack of focus. But a distraction is only distracting if you allow it to be. So when I started writing a first draft after about a year and a half of purely editing and refining another project, I found that I wasn't putting out as many words as I used to be able to. The reason? It turns out I was looking at Discord way too much while I was writing, and that wasn't the fault of Discord for being distracting, it was my fault for allowing it to distract me. So I stopped logging in until after I'd finished my writing for the day. Problem solved. It's important to take responsibility for your focus and do what you can to make it easier for yourself. Put your phone in another room. The world isn't going to end if you don't look at it for a while or if you don't reply to a message for an hour. Log out of all your social media while you write, or minimize internet windows that you use to play music or whatever you listen to, and mute your desktop notifications. If you live with someone, tell them that you're going to write and ask them politely to just leave you be for a while and close the door to your workroom if you can. These are all steps and choices that you can take to make sure that you have a more focus-friendly environment. Number 2, use tools to help you focus better. If you really can't stand to have your phone elsewhere, there is a large selection of focus-friendly apps available now that use specific focus techniques to limit distractions. The example that I'm going to use is the Forest app because I've used that myself. It uses the Pomodoro Method, which is a stop-start focus method combined with phone notification blocking to keep you from checking your phone. The Pomodoro Method uses short bursts of focus, originally 25 minutes, with a short break afterwards of 5 minutes, or you can double it to be a 50-minute focus, 10-minute break session. During this time, on the app, you plant a tree which grows during the progress of your focus time. But if you close the Forest app to look at others, the tree that you're growing will die. So that deters you from looking at your phone. And this kind of app is a really great way to start building your stamina when it comes to focus, because it has an adjustable timer, so you can start with as little as 10 minutes and end up with focus sessions of up to 2 hours eventually. These kind of apps work well for people who can only focus intensely over short periods or who work better under the pressure of a timer, such as writing sprints. But you can also design your own methods that would suit the way that your mind works as well. Number 3, wherever possible, try and write at the same time of day. Now, I don't think you have to write every single day, though that would help to build discipline a little faster, but it's not necessary to build discipline at all. Hi, Saber. You're gonna get out of the way. So yeah, writing every day isn't necessary to build discipline, it just makes the progress faster. Building discipline, and therefore focus, comes even before you sit down to write, because you have to make yourself show up first. Discipline came for me from learning that I had no respect for my own promises. I told myself I'd go do some writing and then just wouldn't do it. So you have to start showing up when you say you will, and that is the first step. If you start doing something at the same-ish time every day or every week on set days, then your mind will learn that this is what you're going to be doing at this time. And once it's learned it, it will actually prepare for and expect that activity, which means that your focus will naturally be sharper in anticipation of it. This can kind of be compared to how sometimes you automatically wake up at the same time as your alarm would normally go off on the days that you don't set one. The mind works well on schedules, and it remembers things of its own accord, given enough consistency. Of course, this isn't possible for everyone, but as with the ignoring distractions, you can only do your best and you will improve over time if you keep it up. Number 4, start small. This is key in my opinion. You can't just jump into focusing all day every day or for hours at a time and expect it to work. That would kind of be like expecting to run a marathon on your first week of being a runner. I think there is true value in short window focusing, but originally try half an hour. When that's easy, knock it up to 45 minutes and then an hour, etc. And you can keep building on it for as long as you want, but really I'd suggest no more than 3-hour windows of hyperfocus. You'd be surprised what you can really get done in that time frame if you limit yourself, and if you also commit to limiting your distraction. Then you have the rest of your day to relax, knowing that you got good quality productivity done. The more that you can compact your ability to focus, the better use you can make of your time. I think that even if I had all day to write, I would use a window strategy throughout the day. 2 hours on, 2 hours off, and just rinse and repeat. I have no idea what Save was doing back there. Hopefully she doesn't fall off the desk. So, as a recap, remember that you have a choice in what distracts you most of the time, so don't give distractions power. Make your writing time exactly that, just writing time. Use tools to help you focus if needed. There are plenty of them out there nowadays. It wouldn't take long to find some. Try and write at similar times or similar days of each week to create a bit of a schedule. Start small and build your focus gradually. And that's it for today's video. Do you use any of these methods to help you focus? Let me know in the comments below. I hope your projects are going well, and I will see you on the next video. There are going to be a couple of extra ones coming in the next week or so since we are heading into a new year. I'll be posting my goals for next year and also talking about whether or not I met my 2020 goals, among other things. So I will see you then. Bye. Saber, what are you doing? What are these guys doing? I don't know what she's doing in there. I'm surprised she can even fit. Saves. They get curious about the strangest things for no reason. Anyway.